Tuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 7, and today we will we would like to present our topic about Q, one of the most important data structure in computer science. Data Our group consists of 5 members. One is Irsyad Ahmad Darmawan, two is Muhammad Hafiz Ayatillah, number three is Rifadi Hartanto, myself, and number four is Raihan Abi Nugroho. In this presentation, we will be explain what of Q is, how it works, its types, real life examples, and how it is implemented in programming. We hope this presentation will help you better understand how Q are used in both computer system and everyday life. Let's begin. In first in first in first presentation, I will be in charge. Okay. What is algorithm? An algorithm is a well defined step-by-step produce or set of rules used to solve a problem or perform a task. It is the foundation of all computer program. Queue is collection of data where data can be only be added one on one side, namely the back tail. So the queue is FIFO, first in, first out, meaning the data that comes in first will come out first, and the data that comes in last will come out last. Function of queue. 1. Packet data pack queue store and manage the delivery of data packets. Avoid data loss with buffer queues. 2. Buffer handling. Printer spooling print document in the order they are enter keyboard buffer. Store type input before processing. Queue system simulation. Queue system is in bank, hospital, call center. 4. Process scheduling. Scheduling CPU processes determining the order of process execution. Mana- Managing process queues based on priority or arrival time. Charac- Characteristic of queue. 1. Height. The front of element of the queue. 2. Tail. The last element of the queue. 3. Number of element in the queue. Count. 4. FIFO order. The element inserted first will be in the first element removed. 5. Limited access. Insertion at the back, removal at the front. 6. Dynamic or static. Can be implemented using an array, static or linked list dynamic. Basic queue operation. 1. Enqueue. Add element to the back. The queue. Remove an element from the front of the queue. 3. Pick. View the front of View the front element without deleting it. 4. Is empty. Check whether the queue is empty. 5. Is full. Check whether the queue is full in array-based implementation. Next will we read eh, the next presentation we will be read about type of queue. The one or will read it is Abi Nugroho.
Okay, the types of queue. The first one is a linear queue. A simple queue is the most basic type of queue that follows the FIFO, first in, first out principle, meaning the element that inserts first will be the first to be removed. Characteristic: it is one and queue, insert element at the rear. The queue, remove element from the front. Is three uses to pointer front and rear. And the four, if the queue is full, no new elements can be added unless precise. This is a linear queue image example. Next. Okay, type of queue is second is circular queue. Circular queue connect the rear and the front ends to make the queue circular. This helps is using the memory space of deleting element. Characteristic: when rear reaches the end, it wraps around to the beginning. The condition of full rear plus 1% size equal front prevent wastage of space in fixed size array implementation. This is a circular queue image. Okay. The next types of queue 30. Priority queue. Priority queue is a type of queue where each element is assigned a priority. The element with the highest priority is a self before others, regardless of the insertion order. Characteristic: this first one is does not follow strict FIFO, first in first out. In second, items are inserted based on the 30 priority, often implement with a sorter array, binary heap, min heap, or max heap. This is a priority queue image example. Next. Okay, is for types of queue. Double N queue or the queue is a queue data structure that supports adding and deleting data from both ends, namely front and back. There are two variants of the queue. The first one, input resided the queue, can only insert from one side but can delete from both sides. The second, output the resides the queue, can only delete from one side but can insert from both sides. This is double index queue or the queue image example. Next. The next advantage of the queue. The first one, ordering processing or FIFO simple. Queue follows first in first out, which is ideal for situation where the first task to arrive should be the first to be handled, such as printers, customer service, or CPU scheduling. And the second, efficient resource management. It helps manage share resource like CPU, disk scheduling, and memory buffering fairly and systematically. Is the second, simple implementation. The basic structure and logic of the queue are easy to implement and understand using array or linked list. And number 4, prevent starvation. Since its process in order, every element will eventually be served, preventing any task from being ignored indefinitely. Next. The next is disadvantage of the queue. The first one, fixed size in static implement. If implement using a static array, the size of the queue is fixed, which may lead to overflow or underutilization of memory. The second, linear queue host space. In a simple linear queue, once elements are the queue, their spare their space is not resource unless extra logic is added. Is solved in circular queue. Is 30 access limitation. You can only access the front and rear elements. Random access is not allowed, making making it making it inefficient for certain search or modify operation. Is normal for com, complex complexity in some variants. Priority queue or double-ended queue many require more complex logic or data structures like heaps or double linked list, making them harder to implement. Next. The next is the presentation with Hafiz Ayatillah.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Hafiz Ayatillah. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for giving me good night, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everyone, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my project. Today, I'll explain our C++ project, which is a queue simulation for a payment counter. In this project, I will simulate how a payment queue system works in real life using the queue data structure. Okay, first, library import. The full description you can read from this slide. I will just simplify the explanation. Library import. At the beginning of the program, I imported several libraries. First, I stream to handle input and output, and then queue to use the queue data structure, and then string to process string input and output, and IO manip to format the output of numbers, especially for currency display. Stream to convert string input into numeric data types like double. And the last one is algorithm to remove unnecessary characters from strings such as dots. Each library is essential to support the system we built. And then I create a structure called orang, which means person in Indonesia. This struct is used to store two important pieces of information. Name, the person's name, and second one is back. And the second one is a payment amount, which is the amount of money the person must pay, stored as double type. The name of this data is jumlah bayar. Using this struct helps me manage the queue more efficiently because I can store multiple pieces of data in one object. Next. Okay, for the next one is string to double conversion function. I created a function called string to double rupiah to handle the payment input. The steps inside this function have many functions. The user may input payment amounts in Indonesian format with dots such as 1.500 and 000. And the function use st to remove and erase to delete all the dots from the input. And then after the dots are removed, the function use std string stream to convert the clean string to double. And next step, the function checks ss.fail to see if the conversions fails, and ss.aof to make sure that all parts of the string have been successfully read. If the input is invalid, the program displays a warning using std_sir and returns 0 to prevent system errors. This step ensures that the input is correct and in a format that the program can calculate. Next. And then the next step is format rupiah function. So we create the format rupiah function to display currency correctly. This function converts double payment amount back into a formatted string. Adds dot every 3 digits from the right to match the Indonesian currency format. Using the std set precision 0 to make sure there are no decimal digits. For example, if the total payment is 15000000 or 200000, the program will display it as 200 and 000, 200.000. This feature makes the output user-friendly and easy to read. Next. And the next step is display queue function. We also create the tampilkan antrian function, which means display queue. This function checks whether the queue is empty or not. If the queue is not empty, it shows all the people waiting in the line. I use a temporary copy of the queue because the queue in C++ can only be read by using front and pop, which would delete the data. The program displays each person's name and payment amount using the format rupiah function. The program displays these functions allows the user to see the current queue without losing the data inside it. Next. And the next step is main program or menu system. The main program uses a menu system inside a do while loop to allow the user to add a person to the queue or process the person at the front of the queue, display the current queue, show the total payment collected, and exit the program. The menu keeps repeating until the user chooses to exit. And then I will explain the menu details. First one is add person to queue. The program asks the user to input the person's name. The program asks for the payment amount, which can include 1,000 separators. The input string is clean and converted into a double using string to double rupiah function. The new person is added to the back of the queue using the push function. And then the second menu is called the person at the front. Call the person at the front. The program checks whether the queue is empty. If not, the program calls the person at the front using front. The program then removes the person from the queue using pop. Then the payment amount is added to the total transaction. And the third menu is display the queue. The program shows the remaining queue by calling the tampilkan antrian function. And then the fourth menu is show total transaction. The program displays the total payment collected using the format rupiah function. And then the final menu is exit the program, which the program ends with a thank you message. Okay, next. Next one, I will explain the switch function. Okay, the switch function is a type of selection control structure that allows the program to execute different blocks of code based on the value of a specific variable. In this case, I use the variable called pilihan, which means choice. In Indonesia, the user will input a number to choose a menu option, and the switch function will decide which process to execute based on that input. Okay, I will explain inside the switch function. The switch statement in my program has 5 options and 1 default. Here is summary of each option. Case 1. Case 1, add a person to the queue. When the user selects option 1, the program asks for the person's name and payment amount. The input amount is processed using the string to double conversion function. Then the person is added to the back of the queue using the push function. And then case 2, process the person at the front. When the user selects option 2, the program checks if the queue is empty. If not, the program takes the first person from the queue using the front function. And then the person is then removed from the queue using pop. So the payment amount is added to the total transaction. If the queue is empty, the program shows a message that says the queue is empty. Case number 3, next. Case number 3, when the user selects option 3, the program display all the people remaining in the queue by calling the display function. This function does not remove any data from the queue. Case number 4, show total transaction. When the user selects option 4, the program shows the total payment collected so far. The payment is displayed in the proper Rupiah format using the formatting function. And then the case 5 is exit the program. When the user selects option 5, the program ends and displays a thank you message. And the default invalid input, if the user enters a number outside the menu options, the program will display a message saying the input is not valid. And why do we use break? Each case in the switch function is followed by the break statement. The purpose of break is to stop the execution of the switch after one case is completed. If we do not use break, the program will continue to execute the next cases, even if they were not selected. This is called fall-through behavior, and in this program, we want to avoid that. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Next one will be presented by my friend Irshad. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Implementation algorithms queue. First menu screen. Queue simulation menu. 1. Add person to queue. 2. Remove person from queue. 3. Display queue contents. 4. View total paid transaction. 5. Exit. Enter your choice 1. Enter name Rehan Habi. Enter payment amount or example 200, 2000 or 150, 2000. 500, 2000. Rehan Habi has been successfully added to the queue. Next. Yang ada implementation algorithms queue. Queue simulation menu. 1. Add person to queue. 2. Remove person from queue. 3. Display queue contents. 4. View total transparency already paid. 5. Exit. Queue contents. 1. Name Rehan Habi. Payment amount 500,000. Name 2. Name Rifa Dewi. Payment amount 100,000. This show the current contents of the queue with two people waiting. Rehan Habi with a payment amount of 500,000 and Rifa Dewi with a payment amount 100,000. Next. Implementation algorithm queue. Queue simulation menu. One, add person to queue. Two, remove person from queue. Three, display queue contents. Four, view total transaction already paid. Five, exit. Enter your choice. Two, officer scaling. Rehan Habib with payment amount 500 to 1000. Queue simulation menu. One, add person to queue. Two, remove person from queue. Three, display queue content. Four, view total transaction already paid. Five, exit. Enter your choice. Two, officer Kelly. Rifa Dwi with payment amount 100,000. This saw the queue operation being performed twice, where the system is scaling customer from the queue along with their payment amounts. With first Rayhan Abi with 500,000, then Frifa Dwi with 100,000. Next. Queue simulation menu. One, add person to queue. To remember person from queue. Three, display queue contents. Four, view total transaction already paid. Five, exit. Enter your choice. Four, total transaction already paid 600 to 1000. This shows the total amount of all transactions that have been processed and paid, which, which is 600 to 1000. The previous payment from Rayhan Habi 500 to 1000 and Rifadwi 100 to 1000. Next. Queue simulation menu. One, add person to queue. Two, remove person from the queue. Three, display queue contents. Four, view the total transaction already paid. Five, exit. Enter your choice. Five. Thank you. See you later. Next. Conclusion of queue algorithm. The queue algorithm is a fundamental data structure that follows the first in, first out, or FIFO principle ensuring that elements are processed in the exit order the arrive. It plays a critical role in both real world system or such as customer service lines and printer queue and computer system like process scheduling, buffering. There are several types of queue. Simple queue, the basic FIFO structure, calculator queue, and enhanced memory efficiency by wrapping around priority priority queue elements are processed based on their priority, not arrival time. Double-ended the queue or the queue allows insertion and deletion form bots and for maximum flexibility.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation, Muhammad Irsyad. Thank you very much for your attention and your time during our presentation. We hope this project explanation was clear and useful. It has been a valuable learning learning experience for me, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to present it today. We are grateful for the opportunity to present it today. Once again, thank you and have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.